welcome to the You. Our reviews will kill you. The podcast so marvelous, it's run by 2.5 mostly white dudes. You get to figure out who's half and who's mostly white.
It's me. It's just below the belt. I'm not white though.
Oh, is that because you're half pygmy?
I mean,
wow.
if that's what you want to call it.
I am the man they know as Z, and as always, I am joined by my half pygmy brethren, Scott Keebler. Is it the top or the bottom? I forgot.
The bottom.
It's the bottom.
It's
Okay.
the bottom. Everything below the belt. It's a big penis joke.
And we also have that other degenerate, the Noob-Noob.
I have no words today, guys.
Look, I'm a closeted racist, and I'm sexist and selfish, and I dragged us all into my sexist, racist, bad things because I'm stupid.
Uncloseted racist.
Sure.
Out of the closet.
So what's on
Flying out of the closet.
flying with photon beams?
Blasters.
Flying out of the closet. What's on the docket today, Noob-Noob?
Well, we all saw. Wow. Okay. Yep. Hot. Jesus. So we all saw a movie that was very marvelous and mediocre. And it was Captain Marvel, the latest Marvel movie leading into Avengers Endgame.
Wait. It's a Marvel movie
About a Captain
about a
Marvel.
Captain Marvel. I'm
Yes.
so
Although,
confused.
spoiler
so confused
alert,
right now.
she never actually calls herself. No one calls her Captain Marvel.
What
I don't
is
even
her
know
name?
that she's a captain.
Sam Jackson does at one point, says something about being marvelous or something, right?
I am the captain now.
There is
I am
some.
the captain
There's a
now.
joke they make at
Look
the
here.
end about Marvel and captains, but
So they never actually call her Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
as far as I know, yes.
Well, it came out a couple weeks ago, making a fuck ton of money.
So we're just not doing news this episode.
This is just all Marvel.
This was not discussed with me, and I am
There's
very
gonna be news.
disappointed, dissatisfied.
There's going to be news. We're going to sprinkle that shit in there.
I was not prepped for this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Marvel-related news.
We're going to mix it in.
There's quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
So
Is
we're
that
going
her
to be
theme
mixing
song?
in the news along with the review.
Yes.
Yes.
News review.
We're just breaking down Captain Marvel and all things Marvel today.
So, welcome to our Captain Marvel Special here on OrkU. Captain Marvel does OrkU. No. OrkU does Captain Marvel.
I'm pretty sure she'd definitely do you guys.
Either way, that's a little rapey.
She'd be doing it to you.
Noob-Noob be receiving.
She's got the power.
That's a guarantee. She'd be power fisting Noob-Noob at his back door.
Yeah,
Powerful pegs.
Power.
I would starfish all during that whole thing.
And
So,
Noob-Noob wouldn't even react. It'd be like a hot dog down a hallway.
Oh, boy.
so we won't spoil anything yet. We will get to spoilers. We'll get to some Easter eggs. We'll get to some news.
Yeah.
But let's start with general impressions. I heard Noob-Noob say something like marvelously mediocre.
Yeah. It was okay.
Movie.
Yeah, it was a movie that I watched. I went in thinking it was going to be garbage.
Hating women.
I had friends recommending to me that it was amazing, and then I came out somewhere in the middle where I was just like,
Stupefied.
it's not great, it's not terrible, it's like a B+ Marvel movie. I wouldn't say it's top 5 or top 10.
You don't put it in the top 10?
Maybe 9 or 10. Maybe 9 or 10.
Okay. Well, out of what? Like 21 movies?
Out of 800 movies.
800. Well, that's pretty good if it's in the top 10.
Top 10 out of 800 actually is a really good number.
It was pretty funny, at least. It had some funny moments. It was just kind of boring. I like the 90 references. Those were always fun.
Everything you say is contradictory to itself.
You're contradictory to your face.
This is also true.
And I guess like we all kind of realized it's hard because there's no real stakes in the movie. Like you know that she's coming to Endgame.
Was that part of what made it so mediocre? Like, we already know her powers and who she is, so there's really no surprise or anything?
I think you're kind of waiting for her to get to the end where you're like, okay, when does she show up in Endgame, or how does she get there? Like, that's the only thing you're thinking about, right?
Yeah, when is she going to do something special?
Oh, she does some special things.
Yeah, and she's basically just a ripoff of Superman from DC, so except not as cool,
And she doesn't have a cape.
which is not as cool.
Does she break necks? Is that
she
her
does
super-
not, which is
is
not
that
as
her
cool.
No, she
finishing
just
move? Does
blows
she
people
break
into
necks?
space. She just blows people up.
Just blows them
She
up.
blows people all right.
Up.
Nah, the movie blew.
Did you really not like the movie that
I
much?
was bored the whole time. I mean, there was some cool things. The beginning and end were fun-ish, I guess.
Fun-ish.
But I was so bored the whole time. I took Mom. She enjoyed it. She
Well,
really
you
liked
hate
it.
women,
I
other
do.
than your mom.
I mean, I do hate women. But no, I took Mom to see it, but she enjoyed it. But yeah, I was just bored. And I really think it was because I already know what Captain Marvel's powers are. And it's like, just get there already. Just have an interesting origin story. There was nothing special about this.
well, I have
And there's something boring about superheroes who are going to be the most powerful in the universe.
So you think Superman's boring?
Superman's boring.
Superman's awesome.
No, he's boring. There's nothing special about him. The most powerful being of all time. You know why everyone got pissed off about Superman in that crappy movie? What was it?
Justice
League. Everyone was having trouble with Wolfenstein. The whole movie, they couldn't. They were
Wolfenstein.
fighting him. They couldn't beat him. He
Steppenwolf.
was kicking their asses. And then Superman shows up at the end and just has no problem with it whatsoever. There's nothing to it. There's no stakes to be
I
had.
didn't think Superman beat him. I thought
Superman
the
beat
smell
crap out
of
him.
fear beat him.
Well, there was a smell of fear because he knew he couldn't beat Superman because there was no stakes. At that point, there were no more stakes. They were all gone.
They ate all the
They
steaks.
ate all the steaks.
There's a big giant steak dinner.
So you're gonna have to say. So now you have the same thing with Captain Marvel, somebody who's so powerful that. Oh well. I guess Thanos is gonna lose because she's the most powerful being in the known universe. Whoop-de-doo.
Well, I mean, we don't know if the Infinity Gauntlet still works. So if it does, he's clearly still more powerful than her. He beat up the Hulk without all the Infinity Gems. Do you think the Hulk could beat her?
I don't know. There's also different iterations of the Hulk. Right now, the Hulk's not beating anybody.
No, he is kind of in wuss mode.
And
Thor.
and rumor mill has it that it's going to be the Professor Hulk is what's going to show up in the next Infinity things, which means his strength is going to be severely reduced.
Oh, by the way, all rumors that we've heard about everything were 100% wrong. Absolutely had nothing to do with anything. I heard a rumor right before Captain Marvel came out that there was who's going to turn one of the other movies upside down and turn it on its head, and they were going to hint at other movies like Secret Wars or Secret Invasion, and
There was
it did
nothing.
none of those things.
It wasn't related to the only part of it that was related to the other movies was Nick Fury lost his eyeball. That's the only thing that related to any of the other movies.
I think that's probably why the movie seems so mediocre, because all these rumors were going to be like huge impacting overarching story elements, and then it's just like
It was a
it's
self-contained movie.
just a movie that was good, but it just didn't do much.
I can't believe you guys hate it so much. It was an amazing film about women being in power.
Well, I liked the movie. I would kind of place it in the same range. Like, it's probably top 10. One thing I did really like about it, though, was the fact that it flipped the origin story a little bit, where it was like more of a mystery of how she got her origin. Because I cannot... If Marvel did one more origin story that was basically Iron Man, I would be like, this is ridiculous. You know, we talked about...
what is Captain Marvel's origin according to the comics?
Pretty much what you saw, give or take.
I think
She
she gets
gets
her
her
powers
powers-
in a different way.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, there was no like. I don't want to spoil it yet, so we'll get there when we break some of the plot pieces down. What I was saying though is like Doctor Strange had basically, it was like recut Iron Man. I mean, they were almost virtually identical, even shot for shot if you compare them a little bit. Yes, with instead of technology, it was magic.
So he was abducted? No, he wasn't abducted. Iron Man didn't
They're
break
both
his hands.
like smart guys
All right, and I think that's pretty
who
much
had something taken from them.
That's where the
whether it was his
similarities-
freedom or it was his hands. They were
No.
both taken from them.
I think you're reaching there, dude.
They needed a guru to help them rediscover who they were. True.
No, he didn't need a guru to...
Yeah, he did. He had his
No,
friend who
Captain-
died in a cave.
No, Captain America didn't have a guru. He had a warlord help him discover who he was.
No, he didn't.
It was
He
a
had-
warlord who's like, you will build this for me. And he's like, I'll build something.
You just said Captain America. You mean Iron Man?
Iron Man. Yeah, whatever.
No. Remember he had that doctor friend who ended up sacrificing himself?
Yeah.
And that's how he, like,
all
earned
he
his
did was
heart.
just put some shit in his chest.
Yeah, but he, like, learned something instead of just being selfish. Just like Doctor
You're-
Strange.
you're selfish.
He's a shellfish.
Shellfish.
So, I mean, even if you look at it, like, shot for shot, there's some actual, like, they just take same shots.
Yeah.
It's pretty lame.
Same thing.
That's
over
why I
and
just didn't
over.
like Doctor Strange that much. I just thought I liked it, but it was like there's certain things I took from it that I liked a lot. But in this movie, I just thought it was like more of a mystery as to what was going on. And they did break from traditions in the comic book, which was kind of interesting too. So there was a couple of twists and turns that I did not
everyone's
see
getting
coming.
pissed off because they think that the movies should follow comic books exactly, but they can't, and they don't. And you really do have to take the movies as their own universe, aside from the comic universe.
Well, I think they actually did a good job with it. They did shortchange a handful of characters. What I didn't like was, I don't know, somehow like Avengers Infinity Wars and some of the other movies all managed to blend, like Guardians of the Galaxy blends a large cast of characters. To me, this was like Samuel L. Jackson's movie with Brie Larson in it and a couple of other random characters that didn't get developed.
Goose.
Goose was in it. But Goose didn't even have a personality. Goose was just like...
Goose was the best part of the movie.
But you know what I'm
Who was
saying?
Goose?
Like, again, Ronan was in it, shortchanged again in a movie. Like, why even include the guy if he's not, like...
Fan service.
It was, to me, it was... I heard they cut some other scenes with him in it, so who knows?
They probably did.
They did.
This was before Ronan went emo, though. He didn't have his makeup on.
Yeah, well, he wasn't as angry. He was slightly less angry.
It was a less angry Ronan.
And then who's the other character? Kargath or whatever his name is?
Yeah, he was there.
The tracker.
And he was there, too.
But he, like the whole other Star Force. Could you even remember more than any line? Do you remember any lines that any of them had?
There's nothing
Nope.
special about any of them.
And again, that's my point. Is somehow this movie managed to shortchange all of those characters. Where, if you think about like Guardians of the Galaxy, like even characters with tiny parts had like a really good line or some sort of like, you know, Sylvester Stallone in
that's
Guardians of the Galaxy
the focus
2.
was just on Captain Marvel.
and
forgot.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I forgot that Sylvester Stallone was in that movie.
Yeah, but he had a like really cool part.
Yeah.
You know, even if it was very small, it was still kind of cool. Even in the first Guardians, that Kargath character, whatever, you know, when he's Star-Lord's trying to introduce himself, and he's like, "I go by another name, Star-Lord." And he's like, "Who?" That's like a great line. It's kind of classic, but he, you know what I mean? Like they gave him good lines. Everybody in this movie, I was just not super impressed with. Like I thought the acting was good, but I thought the extra characters were just totally shortchanged.
Yeah, well, the audience and the tomato meter would kind of agree with you, maybe, for
The audience more
Well-
so.
Rotten Tomatoes. Well, there was a bit of a controversy. So the current Rotten Tomatoes score, it's certified fresh, 79%, and then the audience score is 62%. But
Ooh,
It
that's
started,
not so
though.
good.
when it first released, the audience score was 31%, but that was because of apparently a whole bunch of fake reviews. Over
Review
30,000 of them were taken off because they were fake reviews.
Yeah, the Captain Marvel, before it was even released, was getting review bombed, just like what's that movie that's awful that deserved to be
Gotti?
no, not Gotti. Last Jet? No, was it Last Jedi?
Probably Last Jedi. It was awful.
Yeah, it deserved every bad review it got. But what's kind of fascinating about Captain Marvel too, if you look at the tomato meter, is the official reviewers. It's 422 official reviewers. We did some research at our crack OrkU research team, and
It was hours upon hours of research.
hours of glancing randomly at other movies, where the average movie has about 280 or so official reviewers out there, like in the world.
And this over doubled it.
Yes. Oh, and if you look at, it's only been out for 2 weeks. Like Green Book only has 7,500 audience reviews. Captain Marvel, 69,000 reviews already. So there's clearly some sort of BS manipulation going on, trying to sabotage this movie.
So we think there's another conspiracy going on here then?
Absolutely. There's another Rotten Tomatoes conspiracy. And I suppose that...
Is this all part of the feminist propaganda machine?
It would appear so, because people really hate Brie Larson. She kind of got a shovel out and started digging. I think
she had to open her mouth.
Well, most of the comments come from... what was that movie that was really kind of like... I don't know. I didn't see it. I had no desire to see it. Chris Pine was in it. Wrinkle in Time. I think it all started with
Didn't
that.
know anything about it.
She wasn't in that, was she?
She wasn't, but as a director of movies or what have you, she, like, a lot of people were offended that A Wrinkle in Time got such bad reviews because they said it was just...
The movie looked horrible.
The CGI looked... Like, that's what I don't get. Like, the CGI looked bad.
It had Oprah Winfrey, who is garbage.
It just didn't look like... It had Zach Galifianakis being redonkulous.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to see that movie.
But I believe that Brie Larson's made a bunch of commentary about it, and that's where she got herself into some trouble and said some things that people don't like her anymore, and said things about her being hating white dudes and things like that.
No, it was somewhere that she said, I actually have the clip. Shall I play it?
Yes.
Or is
Perhaps.
this... Wait, is this news?
It could
No,
be.
wow.
Potentially. It's news reviews. It's
Are you really going to play like a news clip every time?
it's new views.
We have like 10 other things to talk about that are news.
You have to do it proper.
I have good news for you today.
I have some random news for you today.
So Brie Larson said some things. This is what she said.
So earlier this week, USC Annenberg's Inclusive Initiative released findings that 67% of the top critics reviewing the 100 highest grossing movies in 2017 were white males. Less than a quarter were white
lot of
women,
white dudes.
and less than 10% were unrepresented men.
What's
Unrepresented men.
0.5% of those top critics were women of color. So you're probably thinking right now, like, wow, that super doesn't represent the country that I live in, and that's because that's true. This is a huge disconnect from the U.S. population breakdown of 30% white men, 30% white women, 20% men of color, and 20% women of color. On top of all of this, am I saying that I hate white dudes? No, I'm
Yes.
not. But what
I don't
am
think that
saying
math
is
added to
is that
100%.
You make a movie.
It was 40, 40, 20, and 20.
40, 40, 20, and 20. That's
40 and 40 is 80.
120%.
20 is, 100.
So 120% of the population
120% of the population
is underrepresented.
is unrepresented men.
And one of the points that she makes is kind of strange because she's talking about these reviewers. And so if there's like 200 official reviewers on a typical film, yet somehow on her film there's over 420, where are these extra official reviewers coming from?
A lot. Those must be the unrepresented.
Who finally
percentage.
stood up for justice?
Movie that is a love letter to women of color, there is an insanely low chance a woman of color will have the chance to see your movie and review your movie. Other people besides white dudes like Star Wars and would love the opportunity to do a set visit. And I'm also saying I don't hate white dudes. I'm just saying
What's she talking about?
we need to be conscious of our bias and do our part to make sure that everyone is in the room.
Fuck
Good
this
reviews
bitch.
out of these
Oh, now you join the women haters,
a
huh?
fighting chance to be bought and seen. Good reviews help films gross money. Good reviews slingshot films into awards contenders. A good review can change your life. It changed mine. We are expanding to make films that better reflect the people that buy movie tickets, but they are not allowed enough chances to read public discourse on these films.
Okay, I don't
by
care
the
about this
people
anymore.
Yeah, and she's just talking shit.
About
She's-
critics.
She's about critics, but I mean, she's going on like there's never been any strong female leads.
Well, it's the
Wonder
same.
Woman?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
acts as if Wonder Woman didn't exist, or as sort of agree with James Cameron a little bit on this. Sigourney Weaver, kicking ass 30 years ago.
Yeah, let's see. Ellen Ripley, Sarah Connor, Princess Leia, The Bride. That's Uma Thurman in that.
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. Jennifer Garner was Sydney Bristow, whatever that is.
Nothing she was in is no.
Nothing
She
she was
doesn't
in.
count.
Was that Alias or Peppermint?
I think that was Alias. And she was also Electra.
That's why it started out with only 30% in the reviews is because everyone's pissed off at her because she made these statements, and then all of a sudden there's this whole quote unquote feminist propaganda bullshit going on when no, it wasn't feminist propaganda. It was a lot of political shit in the movie, a lot of who's the real villain, and then the downtrodden people that are just being exterminated.
Dude, that could be in any movie, though.
Yeah.
You read into it what you want to. I really didn't think that there was a political agenda. Yeah, but I don't think that this movie had a big political agenda.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't. But people are getting pissed off about it because of reasons.
They just hate Brie Larson.
I think they just
Not
hate
where-
it.
movie.
That's where it originated. Was just a hatred of Brie Larson that has translated into now a hatred of Captain Marvel.
But you know what? You know what speaks like volumes about everything? That just proves that none of this matters.
That it made $760 million in 2 weeks.
That's it. Yes, that it's going to break $1 billion. Yeah, that's all that matters. She'll probably get 2 more sequels. Gets to do whatever she wants. Good for her. I like the movie. I'd probably see a sequel, although I have
You are going to see a sequel.
no idea.
You are going to see a sequel. It's called Endgame.
She's going to fist Thanos right in the ass.
That's the real feminist.
power
Or
of
you
fist.
think you're a man that can just wipe out half of existence? Well, I'm a female that can fuck you in the ass.
Well, here's more controversy around her character. People are really mad in the Endgame trailer that she's wearing makeup.
Who gives a shit?
I don't know. Who are these people?
What, you mean a superhero can't look fabulous?
Well, does anyone complain when Black Widow is wearing makeup the whole time, or Gwyneth Paltrow, or any
She
of those
even
other characters?
changed her hair.
Who?
Black Widow changed
Oh.
her
She changes
hair
her
color.
hair like every other
movie.
fucking scene.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the Endgame trailer, she has 2 different hair colors.
She is a super spy that likes to trick people. Like, she can do what she wants.
Pepper Potts got a power fist. It glue red. It was she was the original power fist.
She was the original
Pepper
Power
Potts
Fist.
is a fucktard. Why is she even in this movie? Is she going to get killed off? Hopefully. She's useless.
No, she's not. She's the CEO, female CEO
Yes.
of Stark Industries.
Strong female character.
Is she, or is there just a strong man
She's
behind her?
Tony Stark's.
There's a strong man or woman
There's
behind
a strong
anyone.
woman behind
Non-binary-
every man.
Yes. Non-binary.
With a strap
whatever.
Hashtag Sam Smith.
She is Tony Stark's muse.
And Tony Stark
That's a band.
is her muse,
Yes.
which is
They just
also
like
a
to
band.
play
Also
with
a
each
band.
other.
What?
They just like to play with each other and muse each other.
Why wouldn't they?
she
don't know.
power fist Tony.
I just don't get what all the hubbub is about. Like, why is everyone getting all fired
Because
up
everyone's
about
angry.
this?
Everyone's always fucking angry. Everyone's always getting pissed off for no reason because it's more fun to be angry and pissed off on the internet than it is to be happy.
Do you know what people
Just go
are...
watch some cat videos.
It's not a bad movie though. Like, it was fine.
It was boring.
It was fine.
It was
It
an
was a
okay
good movie.
If you
It was
give it a
boring.
rating, like B plus, A minus,
I'll give it a B.
B, okay,
Yeah.
B plus. I give it maybe a B
it was
plus.
it was a time filler to get to Endgame.
Endgame,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
the males are the stars, Scott, is what you're saying.
That's where the real stars come out. The
Yes.
men.
Come on.
Did you hear the other controversy? Do I have to tell you another controversy?
What? The fact that she couldn't beat a guy until she got superpowers?
Wow. Whoa. That's
That
not
is a
good
little
one.
anti-feminist there, Scott.
Yeah.
What? That actually does kind of seem like a problem.
That does seem problematic.
It does, doesn't it?
A little problematic. She literally can't beat him until she gets superpowers.
This is an outrage.
He even says to her, "How about we fight without your superpowers?" And she's like, "No, I'm gonna just whoop your ass."
It really is. It's
Sorry, we get the
it's-
spoiler alert there.
it's the whole movie of her just falling down and guys laughing at her, and then finally she gets superpowers and she becomes special. It really is not really the message you want to get across.
I did think they kind of glossed over part of her origin in the comic books is like she has like kind of a crappy dad, which they kind of hinted at that he was because
really.
he like yells at he yells at
Sorta.
her when she's in the thing. Then there's
What
the
thing?
cockpit. It's when she's in the little tiny car. What do you call those things?
Oh, yeah. In the flashbacks.
Yeah, what do you call
Race
that?
cars,
car?
go-karts.
Go-karts. She was
Yeah.
in a go-kart.
Yeah. There was a shitty dad who
Like,
was telling
yeah.
her not to try anything.
Man should be driving.
Even though he let her drive anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's like, can't be all bad.
Well, I mean, it does. It
Unless she stole that car.
It's the reason she was who she was. It was her and her other female friend were like faster, stronger, longer, or something like that. And then she's like, "Let's show these men how it's done."
Show these boys.
Did they
Let's show
actually
these
even,
boys how it's done.
Did they ever? That was one thing I was laughing
Actually,
at.
the more I think about it, the more feminist it is.
Well,
That's why it's called a cockpit.
Yeah, but you could. They weren't allowed. Like women weren't allowed to fly in combat.
They weren't, although women are better flyers.
Are they?
They take G-forces better than men do.
They can ride.
Yeah,
Are you
that's-
just
too.
making that
no,
shit
I'm not
up?
making that shit up. That's look. I don't
Fake
I
news?
don't know where this fact was, but this
Just
is something
rattling
I heard
around
a
in
long
your
time ago.
brain?
It's been rattling around
So
my brain.
this is turning into Scott's feminist rant.
Women are able to fly better because they handle the G-forces much better than men do.
I'm waiting for
I'm
a
pretty
sexual
sure.
joke.
No,
where
it's not a
they
sexual
handled
joke.
the G-spot better.
No,
Do
no.
they hit the C force?
Well,
the
they
cum
can
force?
find the G-spot better than men can, which, by the way, is not a real place. It doesn't
Oh,
exist.
It's a place.
The G-spot
I
does
almost
not exist.
got there once.
Like, you would know. You
We're
wouldn't
like,
know.
you're 95% there. You,
wouldn't-
didn't get there.
He's
So you
talking
failed
about
me.
the-
You wouldn't know what the G-spot was if it was a nightclub that had his name above the fucking door.
He does know where the G-spot in his rectum is.
It's called a prostate massage.
Male G spot. Hey, science is science.
Science.
You know why they call it a G-spot? It's
Two
for the
fingers and a little
guys.
wiggle, they'll get you there. I've heard.
What are you calling it, taxi?
Two
In my
fingers
butt.
and wiggle calls taxi.
Okay. Well, you know what's some news that makes
Come here,
other
come
people
here.
happy
Come here.
is that James Gunn was officially reinstated to Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Wait, is this news?
Yeah.
More news.
Wait, where is it? Damn. Oh, well.
Oh, and you failed.
I was too busy looking up, can women fly better than men?
He was trying to find something that women could
There
do
you
in
go.
the military. Friends. So James Gunn is back
Yes, he is back.
after getting Me Too'd or whatever Too'd.
Yeah, he got two'd.
Did they just like sneak him back in, or did they actually do like a press release and shit?
No, they did a official press release. It's official. This is not speculation.
I feel like they folded after they realized, like, oh shit, he's going to do a DC movie and it's going to make DC look better. So let's reinstate him.
And he's gonna make $1 billion movie for DC, which it won't because Suicide Squad sucks. They weren't even gonna let him direct it. They were having him write it at first, and then like he had to negotiate to direct it.
Now he's direct. I think he's the first person to ever direct a DC and a Marvel movie simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah. Joss
Wow.
Whedon doesn't count because he's trash.
Oh, okay. He just gets completely
With that
discounted.
bat, what I don't know what he's doing there.
Bat smell.
Yeah, he sucks. Fuck Joss Whedon. Why couldn't he get Me Too'd?
He should have. He genuinely is responsible.
He should
His
have.
wife came out and was like, he's been diddling all the girls that he was he had his own casting couch, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
While he was claiming to be a feminist, Scott.
I'm sorry, I'm still
So many
looking up.
females were just starfished by him.
Why you wonder what happened with Buffy and all that stuff? I don't know.
Oh, he slayed that vampire.
Oh, he slayed that Buffy.
Oh boy.
He buffed that Buffy.
But yeah,
Wait,
I
who's getting
think
buffed?
I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is now going to be good because James Gunn's back.
They only delayed it like a year of production, so it's gonna be like
It's not even going to be worked on until after his DC movie is done, after Suicide Squad 2.
interesting.
Oh my god, that's still going on too?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Suicide Squad 2 sounds like an absolute joke, and he's just bringing in random characters to kill them. He's like bringing in Polka Dot Man.
Whatever.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, it's better than whatever that exploding head guy in the first one was. The fuck was he
Slipknot?
called? Slipknot, useless piece of shit.
All right, I was
other-
wrong. There's really not a whole lot of difference between the ability of men and women to tolerate G
Oh,
forces.
so you're saying that they're equal?
I was wrong. Yes. Well, no, men and women are not equal. And it all depends on who you ask.
Oh my God.
I know who the better species is.
Some other
Sex.
Marvel.
There's 800 of them. Sexist, by the way.
Some other Marvel breaking news. There's the first Asian-led Marvel movie coming out, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Who knows who Shang-Chi is? Because I
No
sure
one.
don't.
I'm. That's really deep into the.
Is that the Asian translation for Iron Fist?
No, he does not have an iron fist. He has iron duplicates.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know. Well, maybe fine. He has duplicate fists instead of iron duplicates.
So he's also a power fister. Power fisters all around.
Well, he's more like Dr. Manhattan, where he can tag team his girlfriend.
Multiple penetration.
That's his superpower now. Originally, he
I saw this video one time and it had that, and it was really
was
fun.
not superpowered. He was just the master of kung fu, but so good that he could dodge bullets. Although recently he has superhuman powers of duplication. So I'm gonna make a real.
Is that it?
He could duplicate his wang.
Is that,
Oh boy.
is that all he does?
Apparently, I don't know. We'll find out. Who's the director?
The director is also Asian, Destin Daniel Cretton.
Who has many connections to Marvel. He directed Brie Larson in a movie. He directed. Who else did he direct? Oh, he directed. He worked with Ryan Coogler on like a miniseries, so he has connections.
Oh yeah, The Glass Castle. That's Brie Larson.
Is that a good movie?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
I
It's so good. No one knows anything about it.
I am not a hipster in 2012.
So wait, so I wasn't paying attention here. Who's the superhero in this Asian one?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. And Shang-Chi just power fist people?
He's half Chinese, half American.
Okay, so he's not even full Chinese.
He's not even full Chinese.
Like,
I don't know.
come on, me.
What is full? Why does he
Really?
have to be full Chinese?
Why does he have to have American? Why can't he just be a full Chinese?
He was
Why does
written
he have
back
to
in
be
the
American?
70s. I have no idea. The 70s were different back then. So who knows?
So, and he just dodges bullets.
No, he duplicates. You
And-
already made a duplication joke
And I'm going to duplicate that joke
by
into
saying that he
something
power
about
fists.
dodging bullets, but power fisting.
Oh, dodging bullets.
Does he dodge bullets? What was that? Something?
He dodged he's the master of kung fu, and
Yeah.
he had trained himself to a point where he could dodge bullets.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
That's why he has superpowers now.
Now
Because
he's-
you can't just
'cause
dodge
you can't
bullets.
just dodge bullets.
No. I mean, you can catch bullets.
The Flash can dodge bullets.
Well, he's superhuman.
He's also in another universe.
Also true.
The better universe.
No,
Not even.
DC universe.
not even close.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Here's a good question for you then. Better movie, Aquaman or Captain Marvel?
Aquaman.
Captain Marvel.
Captain
Aquaman.
Marvel.
Captain Marvel. hands
Aquaman.
down.
Captain Marvel.
Jason Momoa was shirtless.
Aquaman was like
Suck.
Was
Just-
Brie Larson shirtless?
it
Nope.
was like the original Star Wars movies, not the original ones, the original prequels. It was that the CGI was that dumb.
What's that? I can't hear you talking about Aquaman over all these explosions.
Explosions.
Oh crap! Something just fell on me.
Oh, I have to lift it off of you
I had to lift it off me.
But he's doing it
thing
shirtless.
fell
so-
off.
after I lifted off you. That movie was like at
Aquaman.
least it didn't have as many
Aquaman.
dumb.
Aquaman.
At least it didn't have as many dumb cliches as Aquaman.
Only one cliche: women are not that good
Wow.
Unless they have superpowers.
unless they have superpowers.
Cheese and crackers.
So why don't we talk about the Easter eggs? Or,
Oh.
no, you want to say words?
I did want to say words. What did you guys think of the
What?
de-aging?
Just because this is a women movie, it has to be dumped about eggs? You're sexist.
Yes. What did you
Oh.
think of the de-aging?
Do you have the eggs?
It didn't throw me off. Like, it wasn't distracting. I actually honestly didn't even notice. Like, yeah, he was younger, but I didn't like point it out. It didn't distract me. It wasn't like, hey, look, he's the age. It was just like, cool, it looked natural.
It looked real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Coulson looked a little like.
There were a
more-
couple weird
I didn't-
Coulson moments.
I don't know. I also didn't focus. Like, I heard Coulson a few times. He popped up here and there, but he wasn't in enough for it to really distract me either.
yes.
Their budget was
But
focused
Coulson-
solely on Sam Jack.
Coulson,
Yeah.
Coulson also, like, he didn't age badly at all. Even like today's Phil Coulson isn't, older looking. He still has a pretty young face. So he's still, not a lot of de-aging was needed.
He's got a pretty face.
He's got a pretty
pretty
face.
face.
Bo's got a pretty face.
Here's what I noticed
You ever
about
squealed
it.
like a piggy?
And it was interesting because they even said it in their interviews that they had to remember when they were acting that they had to act like younger men as opposed to like they weren't the grizzled veterans.
Isn't that
they
what guys do though?
Act like
we
younger
just
men?
act like younger men. That's like this is fully natural for us.
Except when you see Sam Jackson run because he's 70 and he's like running real slow and he's fighting real slow. Like he was a kicking ass. I was like, the Sam Jackson from the Avengers could kick more ass than this Sam Jackson. He's much younger. He got his ass handed to him.
That's because my muscles developed at a much later time in life.
Ah, yes. Yeah, we can talk about Easter eggs. You weren't going to talk about, I guess Blockbuster is an Easter egg.
Yeah, can we please talk about the egg in the room?
The final blockbuster in existence was in this movie.
The only Blockbuster.
There can only be one, and it's in Bend, Oregon.
Bend over.
Bend over?
If I was in Oregon, I would visit the Blockbuster. That's kind of cool. One final Blockbuster. I used to go there every weekend.
Oh, you mean the store Blockbuster?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
The final Blockbuster.
I used to rent.
I thought that was like going to be like something. Like,
No.
wait for it. Here's
There's
the
no
reveal.
payoff.
This is the final Blockbuster of all time. No, actually, the store, the last.
For people who don't know what it is, it's a place where you go to rent movies in their physical form.
and video
what
games.
are those? What
And video
what is the
games.
physical form of a movie?
And what is a physical?
They
that is
don't
a good
have.
question.
Is there really like was there a physical form for these? Like, what kind of format did you used to have to watch movies on?
Used to be
VHS,
Lies.
DVD.
What's a VHS?
Yeah, what is a VHS?
Vehicular homicide situation.
Video homosexual
Screening?
screening? I don't know.
What does VHS stand for?
I don't know.
Inherently
I don't
humping
know.
stallions.
What does Betamax stand for?
That's one of the superpowers that Captain Marvel has.
Betamax.
Yes.
She can Betamax?
She can Betamax. Originally, only Beta built
Video
with
home
Betamax.
system is what VHS stands for.
What about
Oh, really? It does.
Beta Ray Bill?
I never knew that. That's right. Beta Ray Bill was the first Betamax, and now Brie
And he looks
Larson
just
is
like
the new
Thor.
Betamax.
Did
but
you not
Horse
go to
Thor.
Blockbuster?
Horse Thor.
Horse Thor is Beta Ray Bill?
I used to go to Blockbuster every weekend.
He was wasn't he the one that originally had that axe thing that Thor got?
Stormbreaker?
Yeah, Stormbreaker. He originally had Stormbreaker, right?
Maybe.
I think so. I think Beta Ray Bill originally had Stormbreaker.
He did.
He had Stormbreaker, and then Thor had the Murmur.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
No, Stormbreaker was originally Beta Ray Bill, but
Yes.
Blockbuster was a national treasure. I used to love
Until
going to
it got-
Blockbuster.
Nationally destroyed.
I used to rent video games.
That
used
was
to have-
that was where John Oliver sent the leather G-string from Gladiator to like the last Blockbuster in Canada or something.
Leather G
There was
string.
so the leather codpiece from Gladiator, Russell Crowe's codpiece
He had a codpiece?
from Gladiator.
Okay.
Yes, from the movie Gladiator. John Oliver from Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. They bought it and sent it to that Blockbuster, like the last Blockbuster in Alaska or something,
Why?
to try and keep it open. It closed, so now they have it back in New York.
Oh, they got it returned?
Yeah, they had to return it because the store wound up closing anyway.
Well, there's still one in Oregon for them.
Not
they can go
anymore.
there. No, it's still open.
No, it's not. Not after somebody crashes through the damn ceiling. That's going
Oh.
to close you down real fast.
Yeah, I guess Brie Larson went and ruined that too.
Brie Larson ruined that too. Why? Because white men go there. So she hates white men, so she closed down the Blockbuster.
My most vivid Blockbuster memory was
When you got trapped in the closet.
It was that
Opening-
back room with that
opening
priest.
day for PS2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Had to play that shit. And I went and rented that for a 3-day exclusive rental. Played it all day, all night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, son. It was delicious.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's very loud and I have a headache.
And the show comes to a grinding halt
God.
with your dumb, dumb, dumb,
Awesome.
dumb,
Awesome.
I know.
reference.
Just horrible.
I can't believe you.
I can't even bring this show back to the misogynistic ways I was trying to fucking.
I can't believe he snookered us into allowing that to happen.
God, just fucking dragging this shit down.
There's also a bunch of 90s movies Easter egg references in Captain Marvel.
Like she blows Arnold Schwarzenegger's head off with the True Lies standee.
Sure.
That happens.
Sure, yeah.
True Lies was after this time frame, though, right?
No, because she comes back in 95.
Yeah.
She was kidnapped in like 88 or something like that.
Kidnapped in 88, comes back in 95, and True Lies was
94,
about
93.
that. Okay, yes, that's about that time frame.
She picks up a copy of The Right Stuff. She looks at it, which is a fighter pilot movie. Did you find it strange that she was a fighter pilot that didn't actually fly any planes in it? She flew a spaceship, but not any
They
fighter
showed
planes.
her
She
and
crashed,
She
so she
they
flew
showed
one.
That was the spaceship.
Yeah, that
though.
was the spaceship.
Not a
Didn't they
plane.
show her and her friend walking out to a couple fighter planes early on?
That's all they did though, was just walk out to them. They didn't actually
They
fly
didn't
any.
actually fly them.
So maybe women can't actually fly
Maybe women
planes.
can fly. Maybe that's a farce.
I don't know. They can fly spaceships,
They can fly spaceships, but not planes.
but not planes. I just thought it was weird, considering how much propaganda they had in the movie about like her flying planes and like the Air Force having commercials trying to trick you into thinking it was connected to Captain Marvel. Did you see that commercial?
No, I missed that.
There was a bunch of commercials from the Air Force being like, you could be heroic. And it's like definitely a reference to Captain Marvel, but it's just women joining the Air Force. Like, let's recruit more women.
Because our planes don't crash enough as it is.
Oh, gee.
Oh.
Then there was the
That's
delicious
inappropriate.
Pulp Fiction reference with the milkshake.
Yes.
Did it
there-
bring all the boys to the yard?
I kind of want a milkshake now. I'm not gonna lie.
right now?
There's a Dairy Queen right around the corner, isn't there? I wonder if it's
Will it bring the boys to the yard?
All his
Yes.
milkshakes.
That's what milkshakes do. They bring boys to yards.
Daddy wants a milkshake.
Okay.
Daddy gonna get that milk.
Are you calling yourself daddy? Like, what are you doing?
Usually you call someone else daddy.
Daddy wants
Usually
that.
it's me. Usually it's me you're calling daddy, actually.
Mommy wants that milkshake then.
What? Okay. What were the other? Were there any other Easter eggs?
Well, there was a glaring Top Gun reference.
The cat named Goose.
Yeah.
The cat named Goose.
Because his real name is Chewie in the comic books.
They did show.
Flirkin.
No, she was a captain. They did show that at the end when they showed the picture of her in a plane. It was Captain whatever Danvers.
Oh, Captain Carol Danvers.
Yes.
Because they thought her name was Vers,
Yeah.
which was really silly.
Which was stupid.
Stupid.
Hey, your name is Vers because we found a piece of metal that wasn't even connected to you. What's up, Vers?
What's up, Vers?
Yo,
I'm
Vers.
just calling you Oob.
Oob. Yo, Oob.
Do you know
I like Oob.
What's
what
that? Oob?
what character was called Oob and what show?
No.
Dragon Ball Z. There was an Oob character.
You're only allowed one per episode. You know that, right?
Oob?
One more and we'll disconnect you.
double- OB?
literally, that's literally UUB.
No. You're OOB.
Okay. Ob.
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 No, you're Oob.
You're Oob.
Ob.
Oob.
Ob.
Two O's next to each other cause it to be long O. That's O.
Like
so you're
noob?
Oob.
Oob.
If it was one O, it would just be ob. OB would be ob. But two O's makes it a long O, and now you're oob.
And if you get really dry, you could be Loob Loob.
Oh boy.
Then you can hunt for the G spot.
Woo!
Still can't find it.
Hey, full circle.
What about what were the other Easter eggs?
I don't know.
You don't know any of them?
I don't know.
I could
Even though I
Google them,
told
but
you
I'm
to
like-
write them
but
down.
hey,
The movie was too mediocre to look
We'll know
further.
in a few short weeks when Easter arrives.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did any of us eat meat on Friday?
Hell yeah.
If you did, you're going to hell.
I got a big old steak
Oh,
just for that reason.
Jesus doesn't love
Got a
you.
big old
Is that where all
steak.
the steaks went?
Well, I had to have steak before too because Thursday was the 14th, March 14th, which is Steak and BJ Day. So I got a big steak that night.
Was it really?
Didn't get the BJ.
I wish I could have
And then
got the BJ.
Friday, because I'm going to hell, I had another steak just to really solidify
Reinforce
the deal,
it.
reinforce the fact that I'm going to be going to hell. And then the third night, I had steak just because I like steak. So there, take that.
But no BJs.
Still no BJs.
When was the last time?
So no one cares about that. This is
2000
not the kink show, okay?
2017.
What was that show? What's that show? The BK
K101.
K
The K
K101.
stands for
K stands for kink, baby.
Oh my god.
Available on ScoutWeekly.com.
That was a shameless plug, you
Yes.
bastards.
That's right.
Just like he got a shameless blowjob in 2017
Jesus.
from a
Way
man.
back then.
No, let's. Man. So
I'm so lonely.
Me too.
So lonely.
Let's just all blow each other
no. Sam Jackson lost his eye. That's what we'll talk about.
from a
I'll
cat
give you some
scratch.
company.
explosive cum shot.
He got cat scratch
If you're
fever.
lonely, I'll provide some company.
That's right. Yeah, we found out how Sam lost his eye. And was
I'm
really
about
dumb.
to end the show. I'm this close to ending it. I'm threatening you. Yeah, Sam Jackson lost his eye
From that shot.
From the cat shot. He has cat scratch fever.
Normally it's supposed to be in that hair. So wait, so when the cat, which is an alien creature, scratched his
flurkin.
eye, a flurkin, scratched his eye, and the krill dude was like, "Oh, that's real bad." Does that mean like something worse is going to happen to him losing his eye, or
I think he was
was
just
very
implying
unclear.
that he was
Like-
going to
like-
get infected.
Yeah.
cool? Wow. Yep. Because you get infected, things get infected.
Speaking of scrolls,
Scrolls.
we were talking about the scrolls in the movie were different from the comic books.
Yeah, they were actually good peoples.
Yeah, they were good peoples because
They were downtrodden people.
one of the Fantastic Fours.
Are we getting into spoiler time?
We've already started spoiling.
When
so.
did we start that?
When you spoiled it in the beginning, when you were like, "Oh, Sam Jackson loses his eye," or
Like that's a fucking spoiler.
Hold on, there was something
Wait,
else you said.
How is that not obvious from the very start?
you said something else that was spoily.
No, it wasn't. I said nothing
Something about
spoiled.
steaks.
Well, yeah, I ate steak,
And blowjobs.
and they weren't spoiled. All right.
It's an outrage.
Weedy in the butt.
God, you're gay.
There's really not much left to spoil.
There's a handful.
Like the Skrulls were actually good people. There's no secret invasion reference.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is
Yeah,
that
the
one
Skrulls,
of
the Skrulls were a villainous race normally. In this one, they were just the what's that called? The
protagonists,
the
downtrodden peoples,
people trying to get out of a country because they're being
refugees?
Yes, that's it. They were refugees. Yeah,
Jews?
Refugees.
yeah. Well, they were refugees too at one point. Refugees.
Refugees. So one of the Fantastic villains, like primary villains, is the Super Skrull, who has all four of their powers.
Sounds gay.
All four of whose powers?
The Fantastic Four.
Oh,
So he is literally Fantastic Four.
He is
he's
just
the four. He's the Fantastic One.
yes, as a Super Skrull.
But they also aren't in this universe. Fantastic.
Oh, they
Four
will
is-
be.
God, I hope not.
Oh, they will
Are they going to try to reinduce the Fantastic Four?
be. They will. Once they start like breaking up all this other
Did
stuff.
they never really interacted with any of the Avengers though? Like there was like rare crossover
Spider-Man
stories
used to cross over with them.
with them a lot. I know there was a couple times they did like Hulk and the Thing.
That's how they beat the
Duke it
villain.
out.
That's how they beat Venom.
Was what?
He had to go and talk to Reed Richards,
To beat
and Reed
Venom.
Richards helped him create like a sonic gun.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
One of the
fun.
ways he beat Venom.
Fun.
Yes.
But yeah, so
he's a smart guy. You would say.
the Skrulls weren't actually the bad people. They were just kind of beaten down
people.
by the Kree, and they were just trying to fight for their lives.
The Kree were kind
they
of
were
dicks.
the refugee all stars.
Yeah.
The Kree were always dicks though.
Yes. Annette Bening was good.
My way or the highway, bitches.
I liked Annette Bening in it.
Yeah,
I
she
thought
was
she
fun.
was good.
She was fun.
It was nice
She
to
was
see
cool.
her there.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice that she stopped by.
Supreme
thanks for-
Commander, or whatever the fuck she played, Supreme Intelligence.
She was actually just a representation of what Captain Marvel was seeing, because you don't actually see what the Supreme Intelligence looks like.
stupid.
Yeah,
It's actually really
she was
gross looking.
She was a representation of Marvel, who Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, had a very close connection to.
Yes.
Stupid.
All of those things.
I mean, that's what the other dude, the power guy, was like. I see like
Dead people.
dead people.
The other Easter egg is the
Noob-Noob went to see Essential Intelligence, and there was a whole bunch of little kids there. It was really weird.
What? I don't understand.
Things that you want.
I like children, is what you're saying?
Oh, he went to the Neverland Ranch.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes. That's not funny. So Monica Rambeau, the young daughter of Carol Danvers' like pilot friend.
Turns into Photon.
Yeah, she could be a future hero, a future leader of the Avengers, in fact. So maybe we'll see good things from her.
Who and what does Photon do?
Become Captain Marvel.
No.
I think she takes her place at some point. I don't know, man.
Leader
She
of
has
the Avengers.
photon beams or something.
Okay. Is that why they
Well,
call her
what's
Photon?
kind of interesting is that you have like they're starting to sprinkle in the next generation of Avengers because there's some rumor about
Because the other ones are
Hawkeye's
getting
daughter.
old.
Yes, there's a rumor about Hawkeye's daughter in Endgame. There is Monica Rambeau. There's also Ant-Man Scott Lang's daughter. She is also an Avenger as well.
Oh, is she like
So.
the ant girl or something?
Something like that.
She wind up doing that.
Something.
What would happen if Ant-Man and Wasp had a kid?
What? It would
Maybe
be
like-
the Ant Wasp.
The mini Wasp. Wasp
You should have had a joke for that instead of
I
just
didn't.
randomly
I just-
blurting it out.
I was just randomly. That's what I was doing, just randomly blurting that shit out.
What else? Were there any other Easter eggs? Oh, where did the Tesseract ends up? Which is like not that
Dumb.
exciting.
Yeah.
No, it
was just
like
a thing.
It was just where it was for a short time. And
Yeah.
and if
Inside
you,
of
and,
Goose's stomach.
and you can get really confused because it's like, wait, wasn't it at the bottom of the ocean? And then they took it out of the ocean when Captain America
Well, they found the Tesseract, but not Captain America.
yeah. But like it's so confused. I had an argument with somebody like, no, the Tesseract was on the ocean floor. No, they found it. And it was just ugh.
Although if Captain Marvel's powered by the Tesseract, wouldn't you think that Thanos could just take her power from her?
And that's a possibility. That's also the reason why they're saying that she's going to beat Thanos easily because she is her power is one of the Infinity Stones.
I think that they're going to end up sitting at the
but
negotiating table
is it-
together,
wasn't-
having some
what's his
strong
name?
negotiations.
What's his name was an Infinity Stone, and he still got his ass handed to him.
Yes.
Vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got killed.
So what's that tell you?
Although he got straight up killed. He was killed
He got
before the
straight
snap.
up murdered.
So he's probably dead.
Yeah, he's straight up murdered
Yeah.
and like skull crushed. Like Thanos straight crushed his skull. Ain't no coming back from that.
I think they should all go to work on Thanos' farm and learn the power of cooperation.
That's right.
And-
Just enjoy a peaceful way of life.
And then maybe Thanos will be convinced to bring them back so more people can work on his farm.
Yes, and then they can start selling the things that they grow on his farm.
And have a commune
Yes,
and all live peacefully.
yes.
Just like that
And the
Indian guy.
Shahi Maharishi.
Yes, exactly.
Can
He's
run
the
it. And
Shahari.
The Shaharishi. That's what Thanos is. The Shaharishi.
And he
of
can become a
Marvel universe.
Rajnishi.
Yes, Rajnishi Shaharishi Thanos.
Tying it back, all the way back
All the way back.
to...
Wild, wild country.
That's right, Wild Wild Country. Thanos is really just a cult leader.
That's all it is.
Isn't that the Black Order? They're not called the Black Cult? No, Black Order.
Black
No,
Order.
Black
yeah.
Order was.
I mean, he does have a name for his children who
There
aren't
you
really
go.
his children.
That's right. He
does
it's his
abduct
cult.
them.
Yep.
It's a cult. It's a cult. And Gamora sure acts like she was she was leaving a cult. She's like
that's
brainwashed.
what she was. She was like, you did this to me and you forced this way life on me, and Thanos is like, I did it all for you because, now you're the most powerful creature in the universe. Except she's not now because Captain Marvel is the most powerful creature in the universe because of reasons.
But he did do it all.
Well, just because Feige said that she's
the
the most
Nookie.
powerful creature in the universe. That's pissing people off, too. That Feige's like, oh, she's the most powerful person in the universe. But she didn't do anything to prove that she's the most powerful person in the universe. Where all the other superheroes had to, prove their strength and had to work really hard to become most powerful.
Captain
She was
America
just,
didn't work
handed
all
to
that
her.
hard. He had just got injected with some steroids there,
And then,
buddy.
And then he had to battle through and fight,
Didn't make him more
prove,
powerful.
prove his strength and prove that he was that powerful.
Iron Man just made
it
a
was just
suit.
handed to her. He had to prove he was powerful. He made the suit and then fought and won and proved his
She
power.
fought the Kree people.
Kree, yeah.
He fought some Kree people.
After she got her powers.
Yeah.
Handed to her. Just handed to her.
So did Captain America. He got juiced up.
That's what steroids will do to you.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think who else just got their powers randomly.
Thor. He was born.
Thor has privilege.
It was just born to him.
White
he's-
privilege.
Thor is white privilege.
Asgardian privilege.
Has-
Asgardian privilege. Spider-Man just got bit.
Yeah.
His was kind of just an accident.
So there you go. So all these people that are bitching about the fact that was just given her abilities and she didn't have to. Prove
Everyone
anything,
was just
are also idiots as well.
Yes. We're
So
all
they're
idiots.
also idiots.
Did
We're
we not
all
notice
idiots.
that? We're all
We're
idiots.
a group of idiots.
Yes, the critics are idiots. We're all idiots.
You men are just so dumb. You know that? You're just a bunch of dumb men, and you just will never understand.
No, we never will.
So yeah, any final thoughts on Captain Marvel or overall?
Overall, looking forward to Endgame and Spider-Man. Are you excited for Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's gonna be awesome.
And it looks like it'll be fun.
We'll see. I don't really like road trips. So,
Oh, no,
I like road trips. I don't like.
This waiting game is just starting to get old. It's like it's time. Let's do it already. The
What, you just want everybody to be back?
The trailers for Endgame aren't telling you anything. Anything new. It's like they can't show you too much because you already know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, but it's coming out
people,
like
people are bitching about these trailers for Endgame, saying that they're bad and they're not telling you anything. Well, what more do you need to know?
I don't want to know anything.
Kind of like what we know. We already know. We saw the movies. We know why the trailers are there. They're just teases.
Yes. Spider-Man is so those are those are the only movies scheduled for the rest of this
Just
year.
that then.
When does Spider-Man come out?
July.
So nothing for like 6 months. I guess part of it is because Guardians got delayed. That would have been done.
Probably, yeah.
And
Well,
they
we got,
started.
Well, we got Shazam. Not
Shazam.
different,
that's
DC.
DC.
different universe, but still something for us to look forward to.
And Godzilla. There's plenty of movies to look forward to.
Godzilla.
I'm just talking about the Marvel schedule. I think it got messed up because isn't Black Widow starting soon?
Nobody cares about Black Widow.
Nobody
No.
cares. They're like,
Nobody cares.
I feel like they're being forced into making movies at this point. They're like, God damn, we
Only
gotta make this.
only the female characters.
And it's not going to be rated R.
What?
Well, I don't even know why it'd be rated R in the first place. Is Scarlett Johansson really going to get naked in a Marvel movie?
No.
She's
But you
not
could
gonna
make
do
it
that.
violent.
I think they do a good, like, does it really, like,
Work for Deadpool.
yeah, but if you think about, like, the violence, it's like all CGI BS, like, fake blood. Like, it's all stupid looking
no
anyway.
one never really gets hurt. Like a guy gets thrown 5 miles and gets up like, oh, that kind of hurt. You'd be dead, dude. You would be dead. Straight up. If you were thrown 5 miles, you'd be dead.
Unless you're Deadpool.
And these guys just like, oh, that kind of just hurt.
That tickled my
Everyone
pickle.
just gets thrown. You get thrown before the blood happens. So that way the camera doesn't catch your blood.
I just don't like the CGI blood. It's stupid.
It's all stupid.
All movies are just stupid.
All movies
Everything's
are just
stupid. I
movies
hate
are
it
stupid.
all.
Everything is
stupid.
not awesome.
Everything is not awesome.
It's just stupid.
But yeah, I thought Captain Marvel was good enough. Wasn't great, and I'll watch the sequel. And hopefully she fists Thanos in Endgame.
Power fist.
I hope they all sit down to a table and recognize their differences and
They have
celebrate
tea.
their.
They have teeth.
Diversity.
What'll happen is they'll
Diversity.
open a door will open and Thanos will be standing there and he'll be like, "Thank you for coming to join us." And then Captain America will pull a gun out and he'll try to shoot him, and Thanos will put his hand up and draw the gun over to him with some magical power.
With his magical power and
Yes.
invite him to dinner.
Yes, and why don't you sit and join us? The princess is staying with me.
I didn't make that deal. Beef. I forget, what does he say? Pray I don't
yeah.
change the deal any
Pray I don't
further.
alter it any further. Yeah,
Star Wars references, folks.
there you go.
For those of you who don't know. So I guess that wraps it up for us here.
You are really dumb. For real.
For real.
For real. So, if you enjoy what you heard here today, our Captain Marvel special. Oh, you know what? I need to. There wasn't a whole lot of reason for soundboard today. It was kind of, lacking. But I mean, there wasn't a whole lot going on. I mean, we didn't really have.
Play some
news.
epic music, though.
So, if you like what you heard here today, go over to Instagram and find us at ork_u. Go over to YouTube and search Our Reviews Will Kill You, and plenty of content will arrive there. Go to facebook.com/Our Reviews Will Kill You and find us there as well.
So from all of us here.
And if you want to call
What?
us,
Oh, we still have a thing?
Wow.
I thought we stopped doing that. No.
no, it's
Well,
the
you
number's
can
still
call
there.
us.
You can still call us.
866-777-ORkU. 866-777 OrkU. to
And
leave us a
OrkU
message.
is always brought to you for free thanks to our friends over at ScoutWillKillYou.com. That's right, a band t-shirt that was world famous is now a world famous website with tons of content, including podcasts, videos, and the Slap a Noob-Noob game.
Ooh.
Pending, we're still working on that.
Patent pending.
Patent pending, but over there you can find more episodes of us as well as other podcasts, including K101, the K stands for Kink, and the Doncast. And of course, Blue Iron. Hey, our Chinese and German listeners will be happy to know that Blue Iron will now be available for you to watch as well on Amazon Prime.
Whoa.
Right,
Expanding globally.
worldwide, just like ScottWillKillYou.com, because yes, Scott will kill you with marvelousness
And global content.
and global construction. Conquest.
Conquest.
That's the word I was looking for.
Ah, yes. So, from all of our marvelous listeners out there, enjoy your marvelousness as we enjoy your marvelousness.
I am so triggered.